A federal grand jury has returned a new superseding indictment in the Manafort case. The indictment says that Manafort secretly retained a group of former senior European politicians to take positions favorable to Ukraine, including by lobbying in the United States. It says in 2012 and 2013, Manafort used at least 4 offshore accounts to wire more than 2 million euros to pay the group of former politicians. Well, I mean, this is like a bad Tom Clancy book. What was happening inside the Trump campaign? What are we learning from this?
It's stunning, Nicolle, and our colleagues are still going through this, but it's remarkable that they chose today to file this. And I think it really underscores the extent to which the Mueller team is trying to put pressure, overwhelming pressure on Paul Manafort to get him to plead guilty. They're just trying to make him realize that he has no way out. You know, today we've learned that Rick Gates, his former partner and right-hand man, is going to testify against him, has essentially admitted to all the conduct with Paul Manafort. And now these latest charges, and this looks really bad, right? I mean, wiring millions of dollars to politicians goes beyond lobbying, clearly. It goes beyond even bank and tax fraud, looking like bribery. We're not sure exactly how they worded these criminal charges, but Paul Manafort's world is crashing in on him, and he's 68 years old and facing essentially a life prison term, Nicolle.
So to be clear, Mr. Trump has no financial relationships with any Russian oligarchs.
That's what he said. That's what I said. That's obviously what our position is.
It strikes me there is a detail in your book, Where the Law Ends Inside the Mueller Investigation, that has received too little attention against the backdrop of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. And that is that Paul Manafort, who you were responsible for prosecuting, met with a top Putin ally, Konstantin Kilimnik, and agreed to a deal that would essentially have enabled Putin to take control of the eastern part of Ukraine with Trump's approval. And Manafort had implicitly agreed to this. Why has this not gotten more attention against the backdrop of the invasion of Ukraine by Vladimir Putin?
So I don't know why it has not gotten more attention, but I had the exact same reaction when the war occurred and you saw what Russia was trying to do. I was like, yes, of course. We had in writing, we'd sort of captured some emails between Konstantin Kilimnik and Paul Manafort talking about this deal and saying what they needed to make this work was a wink from Donald Trump that this would happen. But take Trump out of this. This was clearly indicating what it is that Mr. Putin was trying to do, which was to take half of Ukraine and actually the wealthy part of Ukraine. And now you see it's basically, I want to take all of it. It did get some attention in the New York Times. It certainly got attention in the Senate report, but it was such a clear indication of what Vladimir Putin was trying to do.